When two quantities, x and y, are proportional, the relationship can be represented by the equation y equals mx. M represents the constant of proportionality. It also represents the slope and the unit rate. So if we wanted to graph, let's say, y equals 5/10 times x, we could do this in two different ways. First is we could use a table. So a table of values is really easy to set up. We have our x value, we have our equation, we have our y value, and then I like to add a column for our coordinates. Okay. Now, let's say that this equation represented the cost in dollars for ounces of frozen yogurt. So we're going to say our y is our dollars, our x is our ounces for frozen yogurt. Now, in this case, it doesn't make sense to have any negative numbers for our x values because you can't have negative amounts of frozen yogurt. So we're going to start with 0, 1, 2, and 3. Now in this column here, we're going to plug in for x. So we're just going to write this in for each of these values of x that we've put in here. And then in our y column, we're going to solve, of course. So we have 0, we have 5/10, we have 1, and we have 1 and 5/10. And then, of course, here we're going to take our coordinates. So this one we have 0, 0, 1 and a half, 2. And you can see I'm taking just the values from our x and y column. And then 3. Okay, so now that we have this, we are going to be able to graph. Now, because we didn't have any negative numbers, I'm not even going to bother drawing the negative quadrants. And so let's say we have, this is 0, 1, 2, 3. Okay, and so we're just going to plot these on here. Now I want you to notice right here is where we have the origin. So that's how we know that we're looking at a proportional relationship right now. We have the origin, which of course is right here at 0, 0. Then we have 1 and a half. I'm just kind of eyeballing it here. 2 and 1, and it's going to go up like that. Then we draw our line through, and okay, well, you know I'm not really great at drawing lines. And there is our graph. Now, alternatively, you could also use the slope of the line. And we know just by looking at this, because m equals the slope, our slope is 0.5. So when you're looking at this, let me just draw a quick little graph here. You know that we always have an origin, and then you always know that you have 1 and the slope, which would be m. So if you wanted to use the slope, all you're going to have to do is take the slope value, which is 0.5, and you're going to put the 1 for the x, and you know you have the origin already. So those are your just 2 points that you're going to use to draw your graph if you don't want to do a table of values. Of course, the table of values is going to give you more information, but this is a good way if you need to get it graphed out really quickly.